Do you all believe in love at first sight? If your answer is yes, then this story will excite you more. But if your answer is no, then perhaps today your thoughts are going to change, because in today's story we will see how two people meet at the airport and their conversation progresses. But perhaps destiny had something else planned. Now what was that thing? Let us know in this story. The story begins at an airport, where we are shown a girl named Hadley who was running to catch her flight. But by the time Hadley goes for her flight, it was already too late, meaning Hadley misses her flight. Actually, Hadley was going to London for her father's wedding, but due to missing the flight, she first calls her father. She informs him that her flight was missed and now she will come to London by the next flight. Now worried, Hadley goes to a counter where all the people sitting were charging their mobiles and laptops, but the system where Hadley was sitting was faulty. Here we are shown Oliver for the first time. Actually, a boy sitting next to Hadley gives her his charger to charge the phone. While giving the charger, Hadley and Oliver's eyes meet. It seems as if both have fallen in love with each other. Anyway, later we see that Hadley takes this guy's charger and starts charging her phone. Also, both start talking together. Now, since both had a lot of time for their flight, therefore both together decide, why not go and eat something? Hadley and Oliver both are shown eating at an airport restaurant. While talking, they tell each other where they are going, in which we find out that both are going to London. In fact, both had the same flight. From these things, it was clear that both are interested in each other. Anyway, here Hadley tells Oliver how her first flight was missed. Then, during their conversation, they find out that finally their flight has arrived. Quickly leaving from there, both reach the flight where, sadly, Oliver's seat is somewhere else and Hadley's somewhere else. Oliver is a little disappointed by this and goes to sit at his seat. But unfortunately, or you could say fortunately, he finds out that his seat belt is broken. Therefore, now on Oliver's call, the air hostess comes there who tells Oliver to go sit at another seat. But by chance, the seat next to Hadley is also empty. The air hostess signals Oliver to sit on that same seat. Seeing this, Hadley becomes very happy. In fact, both of them become happy. Conversation starts between both, and Oliver tells that his previous seat's seatbelt was broken. Now here, seeing them, we understand that Hadley and Oliver are both interested in each other, and whenever they are together, both get lost in their own world, and it seems as if the rest of the world around has stopped. Anyway, Oliver asks Hadley her reason for going to London. By doing so, he wanted to know more about Hadley. Hadley tells that she is going to London for her father's wedding. Here Hadley also tells Oliver a lot about her family. Hearing all these things, Oliver also tells why he is going to London. Actually, Oliver is going to meet his mother, who is a cancer patient, along with which he also tells that despite his much persuasion, his mother is not getting treatment. Hearing Oliver's words, we understand that Oliver loves his mother very much and does not want to lose her under any circumstance. Hearing all these things, Hadley becomes sad. Now, moving the conversation forward, Oliver says that today is my mother's death anniversary for which I am going. Between their conversation, the atmosphere becomes quite intense. Therefore, now both go to freshen up, but someone is already in the bathroom, so they wait outside. Now, while waiting, we see that closeness starts increasing between both. They hold each other's hands and look into each other's eyes. But just as they are about to kiss, the bathroom man comes out, which ruins their moment. Now the next scene shows morning, where finally their flight is about to reach London in a little while. Therefore, Oliver asks Hadley, "Where is your father's wedding happening?" By the way, Hadley had never been to London. This was her first time. But whatever she knew about London, she tells Oliver. Here, Hadley also asks Oliver where he is going to stay, meaning in simple words, both were trying to know each other's address. And why? Because somewhere both had fallen in love at first sight. Chemistry was building between both. Further, we are shown the London airport from where both had to exit through separate paths. Here we feel that both have a fear that perhaps they are going to get separated. Therefore, Oliver asks Hadley for her mobile and dials his number and gives it to her. Now the path Oliver had to exit from was very empty, so he quickly exits. Whereas Hadley's exit path had a lot of crowd, and then while waiting in line, a man collides with Hadley, causing her phone to switch off. Along with that, now Oliver's number was also lost. Much later, when Hadley comes out of the airport, her eyes are searching for Oliver everywhere, but she does not find him anywhere. And with this heavy heart, Hadley calls a taxi and leaves for her father's house. Now only then does Hadley manage to attend her father's wedding, where sometime later her father and stepmother's wedding is shown. Everyone at the wedding was happy except Hadley, because Hadley was present at her father's wedding but her mind was still lost in thoughts of Oliver. Anyway, now after the wedding, Hadley's father comes to meet her and is very happy to meet his daughter. With him is Hadley's new stepmother who hugs Hadley. In this wedding atmosphere, Hadley is sitting quietly alone in a corner. In this wedding function, many people congratulate Hadley's mother and father. Meanwhile, a couple is talking to Hadley's mother. Actually, they are telling her that a lady in their neighborhood had cancer and today is her funeral, whose son came to London today. Hearing all this, Hadley understands that they are talking about Oliver itself. Hearing this much, Hadley takes flowers in her hand and goes to meet Oliver, where we can clearly see happiness on her face. From here, the scene changes and we are shown back the London airport where Oliver, because of leaving quickly, waits for Hadley. Oliver waits for Hadley for a long time, but due to too much crowd, she cannot come out. Now waiting for Hadley, he gets very late. Hadley does not come out, but Oliver's brother comes to receive him. Oliver leaves with his brother. Therefore, when Hadley had come out, she did not see Oliver. After which, further we are shown Oliver's house where Oliver comes and meets his family, where we see that his mother is alive. Actually, this was all Oliver's mother's idea because she wanted her funeral to happen before her eyes, and this funeral would be celebrated not in mourning but with happiness. Now, in the funeral ceremony, Oliver's parents give a very beautiful, heart-touching speech about their family. After the speech ends, Oliver convinces his mother, "Please get your treatment." But Oliver's mother refuses, saying that, "Son, not today but tomorrow everyone has to die, right? Therefore I want to enjoy my last time. I do not want to become a burden on others in my final time." In the story now, further we again meet Hadley who somehow finds out and reaches Oliver's mother's funeral, where she first meets Oliver's brother. Meeting him, finally she gets confirmed that Oliver lives here and she has come to the right address. Now, when Hadley goes inside, she finds out that Oliver's mother is still alive. Seeing this, she becomes surprised. Then Hadley finds out that these people have scheduled their funeral in advance. Now, during this conversation, Oliver arrives there who becomes very happy to see Hadley. Both their eyes meet again, where we could clearly see the restlessness of meeting each other in their eyes. Both come and meet and hug as if two lovers separated for lifetimes are meeting. By the way, Oliver was a little shocked to see Hadley suddenly here because, despite giving his number, no call had come from Hadley. Now to spend time together, they both come outside where Hadley says, "I had found out that your mother had died." To which Oliver says, "Nothing like that, actually his mother wanted this." After which, Oliver asks Hadley about her father's wedding, to which she says, "Everything is done. Just there is a program in the evening, I had to attend that and go back, but now it seems I might have to stay longer." Now, in conversation, Hadley also asks Oliver why he hadn't told her on the flight that his mother was going to die from cancer. Then here Oliver says, "What should I have said? That my mother is going to die? I did not feel right telling all this, therefore I did not tell you." Hearing all this, Hadley says, "Why do I feel that you do not share your feelings and show everyone that you do not care?" Oliver gets hurt by these words of Hadley and he gets a little angry where he tells Hadley, "You hardly know me right now." Seeing Oliver's behavior, Hadley says, "I had no intention of hurting you and perhaps I made a mistake by coming here." Saying this, she angrily goes back from there. Then a girl brings Hadley's bag to Oliver. Actually, in anger, Hadley forgets her bag there. Oliver takes Hadley's bag. Meanwhile, on the other hand, after going quite far, Hadley realizes that she has forgotten her bag right there with Oliver, in which her money was also there and moreover her phone battery was dead. After roaming on London streets for a long time, she realizes that perhaps she has forgotten the way to her house. Hadley's father asks her about the location, and after waiting for a long time, Hadley's father finally arrives and meeting immediately, he first hugs Hadley because he also loves his daughter very much. Hadley's father asks her, "What is all this going on and what are you doing here?" To which, answering, Hadley tells her father everything about Oliver. How they met on the flight and before they knew they had fallen in love. She had just come out to meet him, but perhaps my decision was wrong because how much do I even know him and I went to meet him. Hadley's father explains to her that this happens. There is no need to be so sad about it. On the other hand, Oliver and his family are shown who perhaps now realize their mistake. In fact, Oliver's parents also tell him that girl was very nice. You should go and talk to her properly. Hearing all this, Oliver wants to meet Hadley, but he does not even have her address. During this discussion, Oliver's father finds Hadley's father's invitation from her bag which has the address. And through that thing finally Hadley's location is found. Now without delaying another minute, Oliver and his family set out in search of Hadley. Now we see Hadley at her father's function where she is dancing with her father. A little later Oliver and his family reach the function address, but here everything had ended. Everyone had left after packing. In fact, the doors were also closed. Troubled by this, Oliver searches for Hadley everywhere, but a little later from a window he sees that Hadley is coming down the stairs. Now seeing Oliver here, Hadley was also shocked, or we could say she was emotional as well as happy. Seeing Hadley, Oliver apologizes for his bad behavior. Here from Hadley's eyes, it is clear that she had forgiven Oliver the moment she saw him, because in true love, ego never comes in between. Here both come close to each other and kiss. With this, today's love story ends. Well, love is a word of 4 letters, but no one has any idea of its depth. In this ordinary life, love is that feeling which makes you feel special. Love is not something to be found by searching. It just happens. Well, with this saying, we bid farewell with a question. Do you believe in love at first sight? If yes, then share your thoughts and story in the comment section. Otherwise, for now, that is all in today's video. But we will definitely meet again, and that too with another new interesting story. But until then, thank you. Subscribe to Movo Reels, where every movie tells its story again.